Okay, when we're working, we want to make sure that everybody has a copy of the calendar and what they're supposed to be doing. So we're going to learn how to assign a project calendar. And again, this is compatible with all Microsoft products. So if you're using Microsoft calendars, you can actually stick this in your folder, and it will pop up and give you reminders. Uh, it's used by all the subcontractors and by the project manager to schedule tasks and make sure the resources are available when they need them. So, we've all been to that project where we show up and the equipment we need isn't there. And the project calendar is the overall calendar. This is when the project manager follows all the progress of all the people working on the task. This is where he follows the big picture. This is a big picture. Okay, let's assign a project calendar. This is a base calendar. So this is our project, right? The default view, the Gantt chart view. We're going to select the project information button, right? Select that again. As we remember, this pop-up window will show up. This time we're going to look at this calendar bit, and right now it says standard. There's actually three choices we have. The standard, which is the default, will show an 8 to 5 day, Monday through Friday, 1 hour lunch break at 12 o'clock. You can do 24 hours a day, so that's from 12 to 12, no breaks, just straight calendar. If you have a night shift, go from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. and a lunch break at 3 a.m. These are our three default views. Now let's see if we can create a new base calendar dialog box. Okay, so we're going to go back to our main page, and underneath the project tab, you'll see this menu. It says change working time. We're going to use that. This dialog box will pop up. Okay, we're going to create a new calendar, and that's that little icon up in the upper right hand corner. It says create new calendar. We're going to click on that, and this will pop up. In this case, the default is copy of standard. You can put whatever name you want, and all you have to do is click OK. All of a sudden, you got a copy of your calendar. Okay, after we save that, let's go back to the change working time dialog box. You can see I've moved the calendar to May 2016, and it ignores all the holidays. All right, so we're going to fix that. I'm going to get like the book has. I'm going to put in some Memorial Days and some other holidays, but this is what comes up by default. Okay, I went ahead and I added the 4 holidays that they have in the book. If you look at the book, it has Memorial Day lasting to the May 26, 2025. If you do that, it'll give you the whole, well, it'll give you 9 years off, basically. So if you just want the one day, just let it'll automatically self-populate. But this is where you add exceptions to when you're actually going to be working. So we're changing the working time, giving people holidays. You can do this for anything throughout the calendar. Again, you have to go back to May 2016. Okay, this is how you read the calendar with the legend. If you're working, the days will be white, all right? If it's a default non-working day, it'll be gray. If you edit the thing, it'll make the calendar date bold and underline it. All right, so you can see we added Memorial Day, May 2016. Oh, by the way, ignore that 31. That's just a default. It'll always say 31 no matter what day you're looking at. And if you got a weird working hours, you get an exception day, and that'll be in the blue shade. You can see on the 30th we got the blue shade. Well, it's half blue. The other half is kind of grayish again. That's a non-default work week. That tells us we're working different hours that whole week compared to normal. So it just happens to be on a Monday. It also tells us the day and the work week. It just happens to both fall on Monday. Okay, by default, what projects will do is give these people a whole day off. But let's say on election day, November 8th, you don't want to give them a whole day off. You only want to give them a half a day. Well, how do you do that? So you'll see this little icon here, details. You want to select that. Just click on that. Okay, this one will pop up, and the default settings for the non-working time. Let's work with working times. So click on the little bubble that says working times. This screen will pop up. You can see it's got the hours, and it's just the standard hours, the default view from 8 to 5, 1 hour for lunch. We're going to highlight all those times in there. I'm going to highlight them, and then we're going to hit delete on the computer. So now we got a clean table, no times in there. So here I've added the hours I want them to work from 1 to 5 that day, so you only get half day off for election day, and click OK. And if I were to go back to the change working time dialog box, highlight election day, and click on details, it should show us working from 1 to 5. The changes should be taken. Okay, let's say I want to take a day off and have it reoccur every so often. In this case, let's look at Memorial Day, right? I've got it set for the 1 year right now. This is the dialog box. Again, I click on the details and this pops up. And this is where the reoccurrence pattern, we set that, right? So this is where I'm going to work now. So we know that Memorial Day occurs once a year. So this is where we're going to click. We're going to click on yearly. It'll be the last Monday of every May. So we click, we fill in these boxes. And I want to do it for the next 10 years, next 10 Memorial Days. Okay, I'm just going to click OK. And you can see for the next 10 years while we're building this house, at least I get Memorial Day off every year. Okay, let's do a little bit of practice. This is activity 2-3. Let's see if we can make a copy of the standard calendar. Again, you go to the project, change working time. You select create new calendar. In the name box, you want to call this the Building with Hearts, BWH standard calendar. And make a copy, select standard calendar, hit OK, and just verify that we did make a copy. So then we want to add some federal holidays and some exceptions. So we look at May 2016. We select May 30th, 2016 as a day. We add that in the exceptions table. We're going to add Independence Day, Labor Day, and Election Day to the exceptions. And then we're going to focus in on the election day. You don't need a whole day off to vote. So we're going to select Election Day, select the details, and we're going to highlight all those times and just delete. Again, you have to use your keyboard. There's not a delete button in the pop-up menu. Use the keyboard, hit delete, add the working times you want, select OK, and close. Okay, let's set a reoccurrence pattern. So this time we're going to use Memorial Day. Punch it on details. You want it to be yearly. You want to select the last Monday of May. You select select end after. We want 10 occurrences, so it's going to end after 10. So we don't have to worry about not getting our Memorial Day off for the next 10 years. And just select OK. Now, if you have multiple calendars, you want to pick one to be your project calendar. In this case, we're going to use project information. In the calendar drop-down menu, you can select the appropriate calendar to be your project calendar. Select OK. And finally, we're just going to save it. So we go to File, Save. Then we're going to close it. File, Close. And that's it for lesson 2.